I used to think being rational meant I was on the right track. It made sense on paper, felt like progress, and everyone around me agreed. Cool projects, learned a lot, 9 to 1 at school, then straight to work. I found a capacity I never knew I had. One day, a teacher glanced at the background photo of my phone, a bright red supercar. "I hope you don't want that car. Wrong industry in that case." He laughed. I didn't. He was joking, and I didn't necessarily want an expensive car. But the joke hit something deep. I felt like this spoke to something larger about the path I was approaching. It made me wonder why no one here seemed to dream anymore. Why the people shaping fantasy worlds had stopped believing in their own. The feeling of little room for exploration, creativity, and dreaming. I didn't have the words back then, just a feeling that the ceiling here was lower than my imagination and abilities. Later, when getting to work in larger studios, I walked into the very cool offices, but felt the same emptiness. The nicest people I've ever met, but it felt lifeless to me. Everyone was counting down to Friday bears. I was unable to understand how life could be so narrow. Around this time is when it clicked. The underlying feelings had come to the surface. I was in the completely wrong place. My life was optimized to fitting into someone else's idea of living. I remember this feeling vividly. Relief, almost euphoria. I'd finally confirmed the ugly taste I've carried for so long. This was not for me. From this point, everything had to crack and run through every other part of my life. The truth is, the questioning had already started years earlier, but I was not conscious enough. I kept looking around, increasingly feeling like everything around me was upside down. People worked themselves numb, bragged about exhaustion, poisoned their bodies, and called it normal. Even good. This is what life's about. Gotta have a little fun. We have to enjoy ourselves. Is that true? Or is it all just a design mistake combined with a lack of thinking for ourselves? I increasingly thought about why so few seemed to care about what they were creating or who they were becoming. It felt like we were progressing towards something that no one really wants. In parallel, we're building technology with the potential to be smarter, faster, and more powerful than us in every domain.
Are we ready for artificial general intelligence?
That's a great question, and I think the answer is very clearly no.
We're living in an extraordinary moment in history.
For the first time, we have real competition on the planet.
Without question, there is nothing more important than getting this right.
We need to figure out if we can make it go well.
It's really like an insane moment right now.
Millions of new digital immigrants that are Nobel Prize level capability. We are heading for so much transformative change faster than our society is currently prepared to deal with it.
Really a hard question on what we do, other than like the status quo kind of wins.
The space of outcomes we will like is tiny.
I can tell you that if you build a superintelligence using anything remotely like current methods, everyone will die.
We can't let it happen.
This sums up to a feeling that we have to rethink life as we know it. Think about this for a second.
If you want to know what life's like when you're not the apex intelligence, ask a chicken.
I started to see these same patterns everywhere, and it started to feel more urgent than ever. If we will experience the equivalent of 8,000 years of progress in 10 years, how should we think about life today? We call it progress and enjoyment, but if you dare to feel and work on your bias, it's more like decay wrapped in convenience. We build faster, eat worse, think less with increasingly powerful technology to up the speed even further. Every system meticulously designed to keep us busy and productive, to keep us consuming because that's what makes us happy. What kind of world are we creating? If all of this is progress, what are we progressing towards? AI could free us from work entirely or wipe us out. Longevity research might let us live for centuries, but to what end? It's easy to treat these things like science fiction, but what I've realized is that they're soon here, and they're arriving at accelerating speeds. As I see it, this time for the hardest, most exciting, terrifying, fun, weird, and beautiful question of all. If we can build anything, what kind of future is actually worth building? I guess all this is why I'm sharing this now, because I don't have the answers, but I want to urgently live like the questions matter, because I feel like we're currently not thinking clearly and that we can do better. I think I just needed to say all this out loud. I'll be exploring this here, whatever this becomes. This video is the start of that. This is where I start over. This is my next chapter.